good evening, and welcome back to another episode of Elev8 Podcast, where we're here to uplift, inspire, and just be a voice for the youth, be a voice for the young adults, be a voice for each other to hear each other out, uplift, and elevate ourselves. And today, man, we got a very special episode, a very special guest, someone that I go to and look to for advice, someone that I throw ideas off of, and I would consider him a brother for sure. And man, this guy here, he's so dynamic. He has so much going on. I'll let him give his own introduction. I don't even want to do him any disservice. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and bring in my brother, Mr. Mon X. Mon, what's
Already, I
going on,
appreciate
baby?
it. Everything's all right, man. How you doing?
Oh man, you know me, just rolling my ball slow, can't complain.
No, I like the way that sounds. Okay.
uh,
Hey, you could have kept going on with the introduction, bro. I don't know how to introduce myself, man. I like
There
the way
you
you
go,
said
man.
it.
You got this, man. So Mon, Mon is someone that is very active in the community, and for good reason. Mon has been basically grew up in the same place I grew up, East Garland, and Mon has been very active since I can remember. To be quite honest with you, and he's one of the guys that inspired me to want to see better for our community, better for our youth, and honestly, better for ourselves. So, with that being said, Mun, I want you to go ahead and just give the people a little bit of history about yourself, as far as the teaching, the barbershop. Like, I want you to go ahead and give it to them.
Well, I'm gonna give it to you, but it ain't gonna be exactly you know what you knew from last year.
Okay.
And I
I'm
like this because it's 2022. I mean 2022. Yeah, I'm forgetting the years. And it's like this year has already started off with a lot of change.
right.
And in the past, it was all about that. That's how Transcend started. I'm wearing a shirt actually today. And my people that made it, Darius and Laura, and my people, they made the shirts and designed the logo for me. And it was all because I wanted to change the way I was doing things.
Right
And
on.
Transcend was a name that stuck in my head to help me elevate myself to keep, pushing on to reach different limits and different, tops. Because, I was too stuck into the same complacent thing.
Right.
And I still do get stuck in complacent, like, and it happens every now and then, but, I try to find a way to get up out of there. And with the school, that was a great experience in my life. Love all the kids that was there, the staff and people that I worked with. Good people. Can't say nothing bad about anyone. It
Right.
was a good change in my life to show me a different, environment, different style, a different way of people. I mean, shit, since I've been in Garland, my same people I've been with, we all try to do something different. Some, not as many as all, but a good circle I got around these people. So everything I do and trying to do is for the people that surround us every day and that's been in this environment with us every day, since Lou Huff all the way to Granger right now and to Fields.
Right.
That's the community of people that, still give back to me at the barbershop, so I try to give back to them and to theirs that's coming up, the youth or whatnot. The youth is the
Yeah.
most important part to me, and that encouraged me to want to be greater so they can see it and so that they can take it beyond and above, the limits of. That's transcend.
There you
And I feel
go.
like that's what we give to each other. We keep giving the message, we keep giving the experience, we keep giving, you know, encouragement and inspiration and motivation to each other so that we can reach higher levels and not be complacent into being okay where we at. I like to
Right.
see us grow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point, man. Just not being stagnant, wanting more, wanting better, and having
Mm.
like-minded people that are going to encourage you to do better. And I want to give that example of that was when you reached out and was telling me about the city of Garland wanting to, bring you in for the Juneteenth event. And I told you how important that was and how big that was. And for you to have
Big.
faith in me to say, hey, Justin, I got a lot on my plate. I'm going to be working. I got this and that. You mind attending these meetings? Can you, keep me in the loop and let me know what's going on? And I told you, hands down, 110, I got you. Like, I ain't got to talk to you every day. I ain't got to see you every day. But just know that love is real, and you are somebody that I look up to, that I say at the end of the day, bro got it. Bro got the understanding and the know-it-all to make things happen. And it's funny because even when I'm talking to people now still about the event we did last year for Juneteenth, people are still talking about that event. You know what I'm saying? And you've already established and set the bar so high that I feel like, hey, let me run with you. Let me jump on your coattail and assist you however I can, or however we can put this thing together and make this thing work. And that's why I told you, like, I don't care if you want to call me your partner, your assistant, I don't give a damn. I just want
And let me speak on that real quick, though, because the way you called me that morning, remember I told you, I was in the shower that day thinking to myself after I left the gym, like, okay, this is not going to work. That's not going to work. Just give up on it. Don't do this. Don't do that. And I was trying to pick myself up, and then you called me, bro.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Like, that encouragement, that inspiration that we give to each other, you never know, man.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I hate to miss a phone call because I don't know if that's that phone call that somebody really needed.
But you got to think of it this way. If you had that opportunity to make that phone call or give that call back, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never
yeah,
know.
definitely.
Like,
I'm going to keep calling back till you answer.
There you go. Because I didn't know that you were feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? When we initially talked, like, I was so excited, like, oh, hell yeah, that's big. Like, we finna do it. Like, let's do what we need to do. And then when I talked to you that morning, you were like, bro, I like just really not, I don't want to say defeated, but you were just going through. You were just going through. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. And honestly, for me, as young Black men, we have to understand and realize that it's okay to go through it. And every day isn't gonna be your best day. All you can do is just wake up and put your best foot forward. And then when you have people in your corner like yourself, that'll be like, yo, I see you. Yo, I appreciate you. I want to encourage you. I want to let you know that I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your work. Like, honestly, like talking with you about what you did at the barbershop with the Cinco de Mayo thing. Like, dog, a lot of that was you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying the vision. What you took from that particular event and that vision to say, I like that, but I want to change it up. I want the Juneteenth to be a little bit different than that. That was you. That was your vision.
The vision was, actually, I don't think everybody know, but this was the third year I done the Juneteenth event at the shop.
Bingo.
First 2 years wasn't like as big. It was just a customer appreciation type of thing. And I'm like, hey, I'm celebrating Juneteenth. Come kick it with me. I got some food in the bounce house for the kids,
Right.
And that's all it was. But this year was different. I wanted to bring people in from our community. That's the great thing about it. We got so many people in our community that does so much stuff that I didn't even know. It was a phone call and say, hey, you want to get a tent and come, advertise and promote your stuff?
Right.
That's what the great part came from it. But and also learning about where you came from and having people that's around you like-minded like you or like-minded like the person you're around.
Yeah.
It was just a great feeling.
Yeah, and that's important, dog. Like, we can't lose that. Our community, us as Black people, we cannot lose that feeling because it ain't about always seeing eye to eye. It's about the sense of community. It's about the I got you, you got me. And we gonna uplift each other. Like one thing about it is, just like you said, you shouted out from the Huff to Granger to Gale Fields, the fact of those people there that have your back. Those people there that are gonna go above and beyond to make sure, hey, I know this cat, he does positive work. I know this cat, he's gonna bring some type of information to the community that we can use and build off of. That's what I feel like was missing so long within our youth, as us being kids growing up and being able to give that back. Because I agree with you. I feel like, man, some adults, man, it's too late to be trying to uplift and help and save them, but I still want to give them that opportunity.
That motivation, because sometimes it ain't like I can tell you to do something or show you how to do it. Maybe I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and you might change.
Right. There you go. Exactly. Just being that example for them. But when it comes to our youth, that's why, like, man, with what you do for the youth, man, whether it's being at that barbershop, whether that's coaching, whether that's just you were doing like workouts, like just straight up, hey, you want to run, you want to work out, meet me up here. Boom. That type of stuff, man, is an impact. And I know it motivated so many people, and they probably won't even tell you that it motivated them. But I know because I see it. Because every time I see every time I see a guy on Facebook trying to do something with football or with the youth, I always think about you, because you were the first one that I saw that was like, yo, I'm doing this. Come to South Garland High School. Meet me on the track.
Yeah.
Like, you, dog. Like, for real, for real.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man. So, tell the people, like, what you got coming up. Like, I know you got some big things going on. I know you in transition right now, going from a shop to something bigger and better, because that's how much faith I got in you. I already know, like, it's gonna be bigger and better.
Okay. Speaking of the shop, I'm not at Trendsetters no more. Much love to my people there, but this year brought a different feel, and it's time to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
And same as my living residence, I changed that up and took a leap of faith on that too. So we're not, have to move at my place and moving to another place at the same time at the beginning of the year. Just finished school, and that was the last couple weeks was during my moving process. So everything been moving, man. Everything been nervous, a little scary or whatnot, a little shaky. But I can say that I'm at peace, and that's all I really wanted. When I got a peace of mind, I can think right. I can actually give somebody else something that they can actually use, and not no bull crap. Working on a new building in Mesquite, waiting on approval for that. A couple guys have got to come over there with me, so we're going to have the shop banging in Mesquite. Great location. By Town East Mall, so I know that everybody like that.
Boy, yeah, you.
It's a hitter right there.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as events coming up, I'm not going to stray away from the Juneteenth. We're still going to do a celebration somewhere. Garland will be hosting a Juneteenth event in a location once they get established, but I want to make sure we have our kickback and our time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Other events that's coming up are the next mission is to buy a building and promote for my people. And that's what the next goal is. I just want to see us all thrive together.
Yep.
Our main location for us, it'll be our bazaar, our one-stop shop place. And we're going to have that. We're getting that in the works right now.
There we go. And see, that's the thing, man. Like, your vision, your drive in knowing that this is something that you want to complete. So you're going to hold that and hold yourself accountable for that. And not only that, but I'm going to hold you accountable, because
I see that.
Like, if it's your project, I'm a part of it. I want to make sure it go off right too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so this Juneteenth thing with the city of Garland is definitely going to happen. We definitely doing what we need to do. to make sure that our presence is felt. Definitely doing what we need to do to make sure that we're putting our community on and putting our people in the position to shine. And
And you know what? One thing too, the great thing about like teamwork, brotherhood, and networking and supporting each other is because you came to me with that. You told me I'm not gonna let you stop. I'm not gonna let you give up. I'm not gonna let you stray away from it. And I'm like, nah, they can have it. They got it, and let them do them. And you was like, you was uplifting, bro.
yeah,
And that's we get more of that, we can really build with each other. I mean, more support with each other. I'm gonna support you, even though, man, I ain't gonna wear this every day, but hey, I'm gonna go ahead and get one of them today. I'm gonna go ahead and get two of them. So I'm gonna get one for my little boy, my little girl, or something. So I appreciate that, and that's what the only thing I can see how to show people or how to tell people about it is to do it.
there you go. Leading by example. Leading by example. And I know you know all about that. I mean, with the work you do with the youth and in the football, I mean, you still active. I don't know how your body put up with it, but you still
My
active.
body is aching at night. It's yelling at night, but y'all will never see it.
Now,
I gotta deal with it though, but the only way to get over it is to do it again.
I was seeing, I was like, hold on, Mom, actually, y'all hitting. Y'all ain't playing no flag. I'm like, whoa, they hitting. Like,
Yeah, I ain't been posting nothing lately, but hey, it's still going on. It's just I ain't got time to be posting. It's still going on, yo.
oh, that's some dedication there, boy. Like,
Yeah.
man, the fact that you still doing that, man, that right there speaks volumes within itself. So it's like you said, like you're not only, you know what I'm saying, you're not only showing the people or telling the people, but you're demonstrating and you showing them by example because you're leading by example. And I think that's so important, especially because I mean you can speak to that as a ex educator. Like, how was that for you when you had kids that probably would look at you and feel like, oh well, you're a teacher, so you old or you don't know, you don't understand. Like, how was that? How is that for you?
It was the best part of my life, I think. Me having kids and then working for a school, it's private school, special ed, and it was like kids in need, like really in need.
Right.
Wasn't general education. It's the kids that, it's either this or the penitentiary in a couple years, or death, you know. And a lot of them, suicidal and all that type of stuff. So it was different. It wasn't just no fake relationships. That's the main thing I think about life is building relationships with people. No
Right.
matter who it is. It could be my old lady, it can be my kids, it can be a stranger off the streets. But if I ain't trying to build a real relationship with you, then I'm kind of faking it. So
Right.
authentic with them was the real thing. But when they start trusting you and still like start spilling out their real feelings on things, oh yeah, it made me grow up.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I finished school. I told them, hey, just get the stuff done. I know you might not like it, just get it done. And I told myself that. You still got a couple classes to take before you graduate. You might just get it done, man. So,
and that's what's so cool about it is people don't understand. I was just talking to my partner CJ before we started the show. Shout out to CJ. He was, basically giving me kudos for like, yo, I appreciate you, like, cause he just had a baby and him and his girl, they young, you know what I'm saying? They like 22, 23. They're young.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
he was asking me for advice and stuff. And it's like, bro, ain't no manual for it. But I tell you this because I know how his head is, how mature he is, and the understanding that he has of being a man. Like what you just said, as far as I know you don't like it, just get it done. That puts me in that mind frame of, yo, we're never too old to not learn from each other. No matter your age, you could be 5 or 10 years older than somebody, but still, if you have an open mind, be able to learn from them and apply that. The fact that you were telling your students, hey, I know you don't like it, just get it done, and then you turned around and told yourself that, dog, that right there is volumes within itself. And
And
then
that's a psychological thing too, man. Because honestly, I just wasn't telling you that just try to, trick you. It got to the point where these fools started doing more than I was doing. I was like, I really got to step it up now, because they went above and beyond of what I just asked for. Just get the work done. I'm gonna get the work done, but I'm gonna also make sure I get an A on this, an A plus, pass the A. I was like, damn, you really are.
yeah,
So that's the dope thing about it. You never know what you could do until you don't do it. I
yeah,
mean, your own enemy is gonna be yourself, really. Your
yeah,
worst enemy. No, your own enemy, because you really don't have no enemies in this life. Like, I ain't got no enemies. I'm gonna make you an enemy. I'm gonna make myself the enemy, really. When I keep saying I can't do this, I can't do that, this will never work. You know.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Mm.
And then I want to touch on what you were doing with the ties, man. You were helping the boys and like teaching them just like stuff
Okay.
that.
That's gonna be one of the I mean, I hate to try to speak about this stuff right now, because I'd rather not say it until it's done. But so at school we started the program Boys to Gents, and I really want to bring that back to Garland. The kids at school didn't have a lot of male figures in their life. You know, they didn't want to listen, so we had to start something, a men's club on Fridays, and we just met up. We kicked back, we talked, we chilled, we ate some donuts, had some orange juice or something in the mornings before they went to classes. And on them Fridays, man, it changed the whole school was just popping. We ain't had no problems on Fridays, so we started stepping it up. We're gonna get some clothes. Start donating clothes. I gave a lot of my shirts and ties to them so they can, practice on looking good, because, a lot of them had no good clothes. They had a bunch of bust down clothes they been getting hand me downs, and that how kids go on each other.
Yeah.
So once they got their game lifted up like that, like, okay, now I look good, I feel good. That's what it is. You look good, you feel good, you perform good. It changed the whole lot. And it was just, as far as we started off with handshakes, making eye contact when you speak to someone. And we got into, okay, looking decent, smelling decent and whatnot, and tying ties. I didn't know how to tie a tie when I was trying to teach them. I had to look up on YouTube. We looked together to figure out how to do a tie the right way. And then all of a sudden, they learned how to tie ties better than me and start doing it for everybody else. We had programs where we always gave back to the women at school. The best thing about this, the kids, they started their own board, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So they had the male mentors as, president, vice president, secretary, treasurer. Everybody got a role. The male staff got a role, and then we sponsor or we mentor one of the kids to do that role. So as
Right.
president, you got to keep everything in order. As vice president, you got to check on president, make sure he's straight. As secretary, you keep everything. It was so great, bro, because they started playing that role and making sure everybody was straight. Hey, pull your pants up, bro. Hey, make sure you got your stuff right. And, it sounded like they was picking on each other, but they also was looking up and uplifting each other in the same way. Yeah. And it went further than what I could think, bro, or what I thought it was going to go. I mean, I got so much support from all the staff that was there, the principals that was there, every person that would come to the school from the city of Garland would be like, oh, where's the guy that did this club? So I felt that it was reaching a lot of people, and I really would like that to come back, man.
Hey, why not at the barbershop?
And that's the thing, though, too. Once we get, I don't want to say everything I'm trying to do, but that's one of the main things that don't get done.
Yeah, but that's something, and I want to reach out and let you know this now, live on there. That's something I would love to be a part of, man. So anyway,
think about this. Remember Fun Time Live back in the day?
Yep.
At Audubon?
Yep.
Think about if we can get our people together back for, that one day that they can really kick it and bond instead of going out and, plotting on each other and doing crazy things. Like, that's what I kind of feel like I want for the kids, man. I want them to have that bond with each other.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, we're gonna talk about this because I'm thinking of when stuff really start going left for them is when they're out of school, they don't have a job, or they have nothing but time on their hands, so they just want to get into stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be a thing too.
Yeah, like
you ain't got no time for your hand, man.
No more, man.
You stay positive.
Yeah. So I was even thinking about that, like, you know, and I know you already know I'm part of the nonprofit with MWP, and you know, I want to partner with you as well to let's go ahead and start doing different things, like, you know, on the weekends or whatever for the kids, or it could be a Wednesday, Thursday night, or whatever night is convenient for everybody, just to show these kids, hey, we care about y'all, we love y'all, and we want to see y'all do positive things. And
Yeah.
you know, Garland, man, it's big enough.
Mm.
And what people don't realize and understand, and I mean, I know you can attest to this, but a lot of kids that come to school in Garland, they're coming from Dallas, they're coming from, you know, other surrounding cities to
Yep.
go to school in Garland for a better opportunity. And for us growing up in Garland, we look at it as, yo, we don't necessarily see it from a mental perspective as a better opportunity. We look at it as it's our everyday norm. But being able to do something with the youth, being able to do something with the kids to show them, like, look, we're here, we care, we want to see you guys thrive, we want to see you guys make positive changes and lead the next generation in the right direction. That's something that I would something that I would definitely love to see us all get together and make that happen, man. Like the programs that you had going, when you were telling me about the ties, I was like, man, that's dope as hell. And I was meaning to bring some to you. See, I like lost you right there, but I know you'll come back in, so I ain't even tripping. But guys, once again, man, this is something that is dear to me because you know, I personally know this young man, and I see his hard work and his dedication, and being able to work with him and partner with him with different things like the Juneteenth event, and there's a lot more to come following that, and even before that, I'm really looking forward to it. I got him back now.
Yeah, my bad. Somebody called me, so I
Now,
knew it was gonna be hard in this car tonight.
nah, all good, man. I appreciate you just taking the time out joining, man. For real, for real.
Man, I
So,
appreciate you calling, bro. I appreciate you letting me know.
oh yeah,
Definitely.
man. This ain't the last one. It's gonna be a few more because I had a good conversation I need you to be a part of, man, with some teachers down in South Texas, like the San Marcos area. And I was talking to them about redlining, and they didn't know what that was. And then I was also talking to them about, you know, the special education department, and do they feel like, you know, blacks and browns are labeled or target to be in that department. And I mean, I can ask you that because what I, from my understanding, the school makes, they get paid for the more people they have in special ed. Is that correct?
What I heard, I don't know because I ain't checked their papers, but that's what I heard. I ain't counting nobody money though, but hey, that's kind of what school is. It's a funding program for you to educate your community and make them labor workers.
Got you. So
That's what school seems like to me.
yeah, I mean, I what I'll say I do appreciate now is that they brought back like auto mechanics. They brought back like plumbing, electrician. Those are skills that are necessary, and that's going to be necessary for years to come. And I can appreciate them bringing that back because everybody's not going to go to college, or even if you do go, everybody ain't made out for that. So
Yeah, it ain't for
having those,
everybody.
yeah, having those skills to me are like those are skills you can't, if you can graduate at 17, 18 years old and you're a licensed plumber, or you're a licensed electrician, dude, the money you can make, think about
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll probably live a better life than most of these college grads anyway, to be quite honest, from a financial perspective, not saying mentally or emotionally, but just from a financial perspective. you'll definitely starting out because you're not starting in debt. You already got the leg up.
Right. Exactly what it would be, because when you go to school, you're putting yourself in debt. So the money that you do make when you get that first job after you graduate, you using it to pay your debt off. And so you got to bounce back a couple years until you pay that debt off. And you know, I ain't saying who pay their debt off fast and who pay it off a little slower, but everybody don't pay it off as soon as they get it. It might take up to 10, 20 years before you finish paying that debt off.
Yeah.
Because I'm still in debt, but as long as I stay in school, they ain't charging me. So, hey, I'm going to keep using that money. But the thing with that is, with school, I feel like I want to touch base on what you said about them bringing back programs. I would like to see us give out these programs to our own kids.
Right.
They might have it set up, and it's already set up this way. Our community is mostly brown, you know, a third of black, a third of white, and we starting to get in more, you know, Asian people. But I'm not looking at color. I look at what helps your community.
Right.
So it don't matter if a little Asian kid come ask me, can you show me how to cut some hair or play some football? I'm like, heck yeah. You just got to show me that you're willing to, you know, put in that work.
Right.
When I hit the field, bro, if I hit any place I go to, I'm not going to do half-ass work.
Yeah.
I want to do my best so I can show you that, hey, I'm really here for you, bro. I want to see you get better.
Right.
And what that is, like, it's a lot of people that know how to do mechanic that we know in our community. It's a lot of people that do welding. There's a lot of people that cut hair, a lot of people that style hair, that do lashes, that do, you know, AC and, you know, plumbing. We got a lot of people that are doing that. So if they can reach out to the people that's around them, maybe their kids first, because their kids might be the one teaching to another kid. And that's the great thing about learning. It don't have to be from an adult. They know a way they can communicate with each other that sound more, you know, realistic to them.
Yeah.
And that's a positive thing for kids. That's what I have to understand. Like, let's try to understand some realistic goals, something that you can reach quicker than this other goal. Oh, I want to be a rapper. I want to be a doctor. Well, let's do a realistic goal. I want to, you know, make sure that I do this today and do that. And then we start pushing higher and higher, you know. We start at baby steps with it sometimes. So we can just show the small things. Maybe they might get accustomed to liking that stuff, and then they really grow to a passion for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this. Like, I like the fact that you said setting realistic goals, because it's so many times that, you know, me being a parent, it's so many times where you're looking at your child or looking at your kids and you telling them, like, you can be whatever you want to be in this world. But when does that reality kick in that realistically, like, being a doctor isn't for you, or realistically wanting to study law or be an attorney or whatever isn't that's not your forte? When do you feel like it's a right time to let a kid know that?
Now. Now. I got a daughter in middle school right now. I'm at this gym right here waiting on her to come out this basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
She want to be a doctor. I explained to her, your grades are low right now, and it don't seem like you like school or enjoy it. So in order for you to really go on to this other path of, you know, hiring yourself, you got to show me right now into the schoolwork that you're doing, that you really elevating yourself or trying to push yourself to, you know, get to that level. Because I had a client that just finished school. He been in school since he been in high school. I mean, he been in med school since I met him in high school. And I seen the struggle for about 4, 5, 6 years, however long it took. I seen it. He was like, I'm gonna keep going. I was like, heck yeah, don't give up now, bro. You already close.
Right.
So I say that when I want to push my kids, when we get to that point, when I start asking you, what do you want to be in life? What do you want to do? Do you want to go to work every day and work for somebody, or do you want to make your own money, or do you want to do this? It's like, okay, why wait until I graduate? Why wait till I get 18 or 21? Let's start working on whatever it takes right now.
Great point.
My daughter finna have to go to a school that's going to show her how to do the medical stuff right now, to get you at least interested in it so you know if that's what you want to do.
That's a great point. Yeah.
And she want to go to school right now for friends. I understand that. I don't want to kill your relationship with your people, but I'm trying to tell her. I'm trying to explain to her like I did it, done it already. As adults, we live. As parents, we live the life already. So
Right.
most of the stuff our kids telling us is like, I did it, I done it. I'm gonna listen to your point on it, but if you can't back it up and tell me, I don't know. Now, come on. Might as well try my way,
Right. Yeah.
or at least take my advice, a little bit of it.
Yeah. And I mean, like that, what you just said, man, like that's real. Like, why wait? Why wait till you 17, 18, walking across that stage and say, okay, now I'm gonna try my hand at life. Why wait?
Right.
Why not figure that out now? And I like that because that's something that most of us don't think about. Like, if your kid is saying that they're interested in, the medical field, okay, let me see if I can get you into a classroom, a medical classroom, so you can see what's expected of you, so you can
Right.
see what comes with that. Let me give you a peek inside of what it looks like being let's say a doctor or an
Mhm.
attorney. Like, let me pull my resources or utilize my resources or pull some strings to get you to have that conversation with someone that's already in that profession. And I like what you said earlier about most of these, not most of them, but a lot of these kids are under the influence of what they see, social media, what they hear, they other, their peers, and what they think is cool or what they think is the wave. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
what is your advice to the youth as far as that is concerned? As far as you see how big social media is, and
Stupid.
we saw, me and you both saw firsthand situations in Garland where kids are taking other kids' lives over just nonsense.
Uh, if I get a chance, when I get a chance to reach the kids, bro, I just want to make sure they all not comfortable. I want them to be at peace with who they around. Birds of a feather flock together.
Mm-hmm.
So when they flock with us, and we the birds that they flocking with, and if we doing everything we got to do that's positive and righteousness and whatnot, come on, what they gonna follow then?
Right.
That social media, I'm gonna give you time to get off social media. Come on, let's go work out real quick. Put your phone down. Let's go shoot a couple hoops real quick. Hey, let's go get some clothes real quick. Go get some deodorant and get some body soap and put you on game on how to smell good. Daryl just put me on game on cologne the other day, and I didn't know nothing about cologne. I didn't know it was a night fragrance, a day fragrance, an indoor or outdoor
Yeah.
fragrance.
There be
Man, I've been missing now, so I need to step my game up. Hey, so it's just I just want to be positive, bro. Only thing I can say right now, I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna do when I'm gonna do it. I just want to do what I'm gonna do. Every day I wake up, I'm gonna do this, and hopefully, my kids definitely watching. They watch everything,
right.
so
Yeah.
I just gotta keep showing them. Like, man, I got teenagers now, bro. Like, I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
one in high
It's
school, the other
real.
one's gonna go to high school. They finna security step out to be adults. Finna get ready to buy a car now, bro. I ain't think I'm finna got to buy a car soon. So, dang.
It's real, man. And
And
that
we just see examples. That's what I can say, man.
Yeah, and that's so wild to me because it you have it both ways. Like, you being a father and then also being at that shop, you don't realize and understand how important your role is as a barber. Like, those kids, not even some of those adults that come in there that just look to peep game or to hear something that's gonna spark something within them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I haven't been to the shop you at now, but I know how you had your last spot set up. And I love the fact that you had, like you said, putting your people on. You had stuff on the walls from people did this for you, people drew this for you, people made this shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were advertising for your community, putting your community first, and not necessarily so much about you. It was about everybody that you associate with. And I look at barbers in particular, like all of you guys, like real talk, man. Kids come in there, y'all are the closest thing to, because usually y'all already got y'all shape up, y'all already sharp as far as how you dressed or whatever. Y'all are the closest thing to kids seeing success outside of their parents. Because let's be completely honest, most kids go to school, they ain't looking at their teacher like they looking at the people in their community. So when they come and see you, or they come and sit in that chair, they looking at you like, this dude's successful. He got his own business. He can make his own hours. Look at what he, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's look at the necklace, or look at the rings, or look at what his shoes like. Like, y'all are already that, and they seeing that money, that transaction go into your hand. They don't know anything about you having to, you know, if it is a booth rent or whatever. They don't know that. They just thinking that you got it. You know what I'm saying? You a barber. You hear you making people feel good, making people look good, and they see the cash on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is your motivation, or what is your, like, because I know a couple of kids now that I need to put you in contact with, because they're really lost. They're like, man, I don't know what I want to do. Like, I don't college. No, I don't want to go to school. Well, hey, have you ever thought about picking up a trade? And one of them, he said it like, yeah, I'll edge people up or whatever. I'm like, perfect. That'll be your opportunity to speak to him and see, hey, have you ever thought about barber school? Have you ever thought about, just mastering your craft? And that's something that can never be taken away from you, because that push come to shove and you just need a quick hustle. Guess what? I know how to cut. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great point, bro, because that was a lesson I learned at school. I brought a class in on one of our Fridays that we met up as men and tried to show everybody how to cut hair. I had 30 kids. Two of them, about 2 or 3 of them was only interested in really cutting.
Yeah.
But then I started understanding, like, I watched them do so much stuff that I couldn't do. They got talents already.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to your boy, his sister off in Atlanta with the Awakened Talents. Oh, what's her name? I can't think of her name. I had bought a shirt from her too. With a K. Oh, I hate to forget somebody's name.
I know
because that's exactly what it is. Like, it's the kids got their talent already. I'm gonna help you open this talent up a little bit more, and help you take it to another level. And that's what it was. These kids can put together a broken item and make it where everybody want it, or they can draw, or they can write, or they can read, or they can sing or rap. I'm like, yo, you got some talent, bro. You ain't like, I ain't gonna tell you don't go to school and just give up and try life, like that. But hey, use what you got right now. Take what they giving and make it more.
Yeah.
Like, and then if you need some help, holler at your boy. I'm gonna try to do what I can do. I can buy you some pencils if you color, if you draw or whatnot. I can get you some studio equipment that I got if you like rapping. I'll put you into a place where we can see if you really want to drop a track tonight. Like, I want to see your talent, but also when they come to me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't never just told a kid I liked something and I didn't like it. I had some of my students that was rapping, and when you came with it, I was like, I ain't listening to it, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Drawings, I be like, hey, okay, it seems like you rushed it a little bit, but hey, you look good. But I bet you can do better.
Yeah.
And, it's like, I don't want to dip down them or nothing, but I'm going to encourage you, in a way that I feel like that you might can accept it and be like, okay, I feel what he's saying.
Yeah, it gives them something to grow off of. Because I think, honestly, a lot of us is when it comes to dealing with kids, a lot of us are so sensitive about their feelings or their emotions. And it's well put. Nobody wants to be that bad guy to be like, that's trash, that's garbage. Like, nobody wants to do that. But you have to set realistic expectations and
Yep.
realistic, like, hey, this is what I see. This is what I think. Now, even for us, like, you know what I'm saying? If you came at me with something that was like, yo, this is a vision, I really want to push it, I really want to make it happen, of course I'm gonna support you. But also the thing about you is when you come at people with those ideas or your visions, you have other stuff that supports it. You have other things that you can show in your past. I know I can get this done because I was able to do this, that, and the other. Or you have the history of showing that you've been able to put together successful programs. So, like you said, the finding the kids' talent. How do you go about doing that? Like, how do you put a kid in that position to allow their talent to show?
I I couldn't do it by trying to reach a whole group.
Mm-hmm.
So just like coaching, when I get a team, I see this kid can do this kid can do that. But when I'm looking at the other kid back there and he ain't doing it like everybody else, and if I see him down, hey, come here real quick. Y'all continue doing what y'all doing. Let me holler at you real quick. Let's work on it. I'm gonna get you right, bro, so you can look like everybody else, or so you can feel. I want your head up high. I don't want your head down while we doing something in the group.
Right.
Group work, teamwork. All of our heads should be at the same level, and no other person should be looking down when we're a team.
Right.
I told my kids all the time, it say home, it say away. It don't say mon. It don't say, caraway. It
Right.
say team, this team, that team. So I
Amen.
don't care who scored the points, as long as we get the points together. We all
Mm.
had a job to do.
Right.
And as far as that, I want to work one at a time, bro. Each one reach one. Reach
Mm-hmm.
one, teach one. The thing is that we're going to see what you got. We're going to work on that thing. I'm going to check up in on you, just like the school curriculum. We're going to check in on that in a couple of weeks and see if you improved on it. We're going to see if you do some self-improvement or some self-evaluations, pushing yourself, because that's where it starts at. I can tell you, but until you do it, you know, it ain't going to happen. And when I was at school, man, I had many times where I talked to parents before I talked to kids, because I'm going to give it to them only way I'm going to give it to my kids.
Right.
I want to let you know this is what I want to tell him. I'm not calling to tell on them, but I'm finna get ready to tell him, hey, yo, this ain't gonna cut it.
Right.
You
Right.
know. So you work with that person. You keep working with them. Call them back. Check in. You did me that way, bro. You my goddamn mentor, my teacher. I met you. You kept in touch with me. You kept me pushing forward. And you see me. I ain't heard from him in a while. Hold on, let me holler at him. And that was your, intuition, your instinct saying, hey, let me holler at my bro. Make sure he's good. And
Yeah.
that's what it takes sometimes, bro. Like, it don't hurt to just pick up your phone, pick up your Facebook, whatever it is, and say, yo, you good?
Yeah. Exactly. And that's what's, to me, that's one of the beauties, if not the most beautiful thing of a social media page, is like, man, I got people that I deal with that are now living in New York and in North Carolina and California and Chicago and Detroit, places all over this nation. And the fact, like, it makes it easy for me to be able to pick up my phone and, hey, reach out on Messenger, reach out on Instagram. Yo, everything good with you? Like, a few months back, I just had one of my old roommates from South Carolina. He works for Delta now, and he just flew in and just, hey, I'm flying in to just come have lunch with you. Like, that to me was like, you know what I'm saying? Being able to do something like that, like that's what it is. So I feel you on that, man. Like, being able to really give somebody that real sound advice and knowing that it's coming from a place that's genuine, not to put you down and not to hurt your feelings, but to really truly encourage you, motivate you, and want you to do better. Like you said, you get some kids that'll, draw
Right.
something real quick and, hey, it seemed like you rushed it. I know you can do better. You know what I'm saying? That to me is what's needed, because a lot of these kids now,
Right.
man, they lost, dog. Like they don't have that. They don't have nobody that's gonna take that time out and really truly invest in them and put into them what's needed to be put into them.
Mhm.
So let me, of course,
And
congratulations on the school and graduating. What's the move with that? What we plan on doing with that?
man, I've been going to school for years. I've been in college since I graduated. Just taking classes. I ain't got no background. I mean, no plan on what to do with it. I don't know, man. I got a business degree right now. We got science or art degree right now. I'm not thinking about psychology or whatnot because I just want to be able to
That's big,
tap
bro.
into my people and understand what they saying. But as far as anything that's going on, my goal is community based, bro. I want to see the community like thriving. I want to see us not having to ask or beg for something. I want to, and then I want to have get to that point. I'd rather see us all, at a level to where we don't have to ask for assistance.
Right.
I don't like the government assistance, and I feel like if we together more, then we don't have to worry about that. And my opinion might not matter to everyone, but that's just my opinion.
Nah, that's big. Have you ever thought about possibly, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna ask you this, especially since we doing work with them, because I'm definitely on this next call finna let them know, hey,
Mm.
my boy got his business in science degree. What's available? Like what are we looking like as far as, you ever thought about possibly going and putting some work in for the city or with the city?
I've done it already. I work for the school. My main next goal is nonprofit. Transcend each one, reach one is a nonprofit right now. It's been established. The business name is at the old shop, so we got to find a new location for our headquarters or whatnot. And it's really to just establish a place for young men to come and be inspired by other men that's doing productive work, around a city, so we can learn from each other. Because I would love, I met so many older guys than me right now that put me onto games and stuff. So we can keep giving to each other. It's not just me trying to say I reached the level and I'm great, because I'm definitely not. I'm just saying that we keep giving back to each other.
Right,
You're
right,
never too old to learn something, man. I don't know what they get with that concept, can't teach a dog new tricks. That ain't true.
right.
Because I'm steady learning right now, and I'm not going to stop until you take that away from me.
Yeah, yeah. And my motto is, the day you stop learning is the day that you die. So in my opinion, as long as you got,
Yeah.
breath in your lungs and you're able to walk this earth, you should always pick up something new, learn something more insightful, learn something more, beneficial or fruitful for your life and your situation. So I totally agree with you on that. You can
Mm-hmm.
always teach a dog new tricks, no matter his age, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I want to give a quick shout out to the BS3 network and everyone that's doing their things or doing their podcast things, and everything else that's going on our network. Once again, we're also live on Roku TV. Just go in on Roku TV, put in the search BS3 Network, and I'm pretty sure you can find some type of podcast that's going to spark your interest. And I am asking that we all support each other, and that's real there. And man, I definitely, once again, man, brother, I appreciate you taking the time out. I know you about to get your little girl. You said the game over at 8, right?
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, she about to get ready to walk out in this crowd.
yeah. And I need one of them shirts too. So I'm gonna have to
You know
definitely come.
what? So if there's a Lord watching tonight, we're going to need another order of these, about 20 of them. Same thing we did last time. We're going to give it out to the first clients that come pick them up. That's how we did it. So we're going to do that again just because it's a new year, new beginning, and I want everybody to transcend. Let's do it together, baby.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I definitely got to have you back on, man. I got some people that definitely want to talk to you anyway. Some of the guys from the BS3 network that was at the Juneteenth event, they coming down again this year for this one. So that's why I'm pushing both myself and you to make sure that, hey, the city of Garland, we gonna make sure our presence is felt. I'm glad that they took notice of the event. I'm glad that they're giving us that opportunity, and we gonna make the best of it. Ain't no doubt in my mind. I'm totally confident in that. I know with your vision and your hard work and your motivation that I'm gonna get just from seeing you, that I'm gonna be right there with you 10 toes down, and we gonna make that thing happen for sure.
Man. Yeah.
Always, brother. Always.
Appreciate that.
Man, once again, man, appreciate you joining us, man. We finna go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. It's been a pleasure and an honor of having one of my brothers join me today. And everybody else out there, I want to say thank you for joining us, listening to what we had to say, listening to this conversation. And, man, tell the people how they can reach you, how they can support you in any facet.
Woo, man. Transcend for the Kids on Instagram. Transcend Mon X on Facebook. Or you can call me at 214-335-6030, and we can get the extra information, man. I wish I had the QR code. I could have pulled it up for you so you can find me and everything else. But, hey, just reach out, man. I'm not too far, and I answer my phone just to talk to somebody new, you know.
Right on, right on. Well, with that being said, guys, thank you again for another week of Elev8 Podcast, where we're here to uplift, elevate, like Mon said, each one teach one, and let's keep it pushing. Welcome to the new year. And Mon, I ain't get to tell you this, but Happy New Year's, brother, and let's make this a good one.
Oh, yeah, definitely Happy New Year's to all, and it's going to be greater, and we just got to keep thinking that way.
There we go. There we go. All right, man. Take it easy. We out.